I don't think anyone should go through this process because it's a lie to say that you can change from a man to a woman or a woman to a man through surgery. It just doesn't happen. It's like spray painting a brick of lead and saying, look, I have a brick of gold. You don't. You have a brick of lead that's been spray painted.
We are on stage 7 of 10 of transgender genocide, and Republicans who are spearheading this effort have the audacity to say this.
But I also believe that in our country, adults have a right to make their own decisions with what they're going to do with their own money.
At the core of every genocide is the notion of the hypocrisy of freedom, where the aggressors view that their rights, their freedoms are infringed by the mere acceptance, existence, and inclusion of groups that are not like them, like trans people.
It is absolutely insane what the left is trying to do to women. They're basically telling people that if you wear makeup and you shop online and you cry sometimes, then you too can be a woman.
Now, I'm not a woman, but are those the core principles of womanhood? I think not. Way to discriminate against your own gender. In genocide, this is stage 4 of 10. Dehumanization, where people like Huckabee Sanders falsely view that the inclusion of trans women as women somehow impedes upon their rights, stories, history, adversity as biological women, which is absurd. It's merely inclusion. Including trans people, trans women as women, does nothing to dilute your own experiences as a biological and cisgender women. But Republican politicians have already advanced through stages 5 and 6. Organization and polarization, like in Montana with Zoe Zephyr.
By this bill and by what these amendments do, if you are forcing a trans child to go through puberty when they are trans, that is tantamount to torture. If you vote yes on this bill, and yes on these amendments, I hope the next time there's an invocation, when you bow your heads in prayer, you see the blood on your hands.
Those were the words that got Montana's first transgender lawmaker censured from speaking on any bills in the legislative body until she apologizes for the statements that she made there.
This is stage 5, organization. Organization to censure and silence voices who speak out. By the way, this list is from the 10 stages of genocide that was developed by Dr. Gregory H. Stanton, a professor at Mary Washington University. You should totally give it a look. And what's happening in Montana is a perfect example of the hypocrisy of freedom, where the aggressors, like in Montana, the people silencing Zoe Zephyr, view that their rights are being infringed by the mere existence of a trans woman speaking out on a bill that harms her community. But Republican lawmakers were met with increased resistance.
Let her speak! 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 Let her speak!
For anyone who thinks that I'm being hyperbolic when I call this a genocide, let me give you another example.
Last week, Missouri's Attorney General Andrew Bailey issued an order that effectively bans gender-affirming care for all trans people. Yes, that includes adults.
Trans adults? Wait, I thought this was just about children. Yeah, this was never just about children. They were always going to expand it to adults. Here's more.
Now, Missouri's Attorney General also decided to set up a tip line so residents can report trans activity to the state. As Pink News explains, the Transgender Center Concerns Form has gone live on the website of Republican Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey, urging residents to, quote, submit a complaint or concern about gender transition intervention you have experienced or observed in Missouri.
A tip line to report the mere existence of a transgender person in your area. This is exactly what the Nazis did to the Jews. This is what they've done with every other genocide. It's not just about the children. They start there, but then they go further. This is a transgender genocide, forcing people to detransition, doesn't matter your age. This is not a drill. This is not a joke. This is a genocide. Wake up, organize, vote these people out. Genocides don't happen overnight. They are gradual. And this is a transgender genocide, where a political party's extreme right wing is fear-mongering about the mere existence of trans people. And we must not let this happen. Not in America, not in my home, not in your home. My name is Scott Johnson. You can find more of me on my YouTube, The Gays, which is in the description below. I just posted some new videos. You seriously, if you haven't yet, please go and check it out. You can also find me on TikTok, Hey, yeah, I'm a TikToker. And most importantly, do not forget to smash that subscribe button to The Breakdown. Do it for puppies and tacos.